Hey, what's up everyone? This is the Crow here, back with a very special video. This is going to be the beginning of a new series that I call the Myths and Legends Behind Wizard101. It's going to be about, well, the myths and legends behind Wizard101. Basically, it's going to show all the spells and their origins, where the creatures came from, what they were in mythology. Going to show some characters that we come across in our daily questing, and other such things like that. So yeah, let me just start off by saying King Zao was very creative in this game. I'm not saying that just because they based it off of certain things that they weren't creative, because they were very creative to be able to compilate stories that were taken from mythology and put them into one game, and that is incredibly creative. It's really awesome, great imagination from all of them, and so yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Here we are in Avalon next to the majestic and powerful King Artorius himself. What you guys probably knew, but if you didn't, I'm going to tell you, is that he was based off of a very powerful king that actually is real, believe it or not, named King Arthur. He resided between the 3rd and 4th centuries in England, and actually did some great things, united many kingdoms to come together to become victorious against their enemies. So, for centuries after King Arthur's death, many people wanted to know how he did it. Because no one knows really how he won all those battles and did all those great things. So this guy in the 12th century, his name was Geoffrey of Monmouth, came up with an interesting twist on the story, where he put magic into it, came up with all these new characters and new myths, and he put dragons and all these creatures into it and everything, and that is really where our story begins. So I will be right back after this. So here we are next to a great man. We talk to him every day. We know him by Headmaster Merlin Ambrosius. What you guys probably didn't know, and if you did, that's great too, but what you probably didn't know is that he is actually based off of another character in that Geoffrey of Monmouth's story of King Arthur and all that other, magical myths. He is based off of a very powerful sorcerer who we know today as Merlin. Get that, Merlin? Yeah, okay. So, what I didn't know, I went and did some studying on Merlin. What I didn't know is that, yes, he's not a new concept. We have these series like The Adventures of Merlin, which you guys should go check out. It's a very great series. It's an English series that went on from like 2006 or something to 2011. I don't know, something like that. But basically, Merlin was given a full name, believe it or not. First name and a last name. So, and I was like, holy cow, when I figured it out. I'm going to tell you guys right now. Basically, there was like a general of one army and like a captain of another or something like that, and that is where this Geoffrey of Monmouth came up with this very cool name named Merlin Ambrosius. Yes, Merlin Ambrosius. Merle Ambrose. King Zao did their studying, obviously. I will be right back when I show you another character. Here we are, standing next to Morganth, also known as the main villain right now, who we are all trying to kill, all trying to stop, hopefully. Now, she is actually based off of a character, a very important character, the main antagonist in the King Artorian history, written by Geoffrey of Monmouth, named Morgana, also known as Morgan Le Fay, Fay meaning witch. She was King Arthur's half-sister, but King Arthur turned on her after he found out she was a witch, and he kicked her out of the kingdom, and she was gone. She went off to help defeat King Arthur after that. So yeah, guys, that's pretty dark, man. Alright. So as you can see, those are just some of the characters that King Zao has compilated into their wonderful storyline that they have come up with us But before I forget, let's just kind of give a quick little shout out to some other little characters that they made up, shown as Gwendolyn, who is the queen, King Artorius' true love, who is based off of King Arthur's true love, the fair Guinevere. And lest we forget, the Knights of the Round Table, also known as the Knights of the Silver Rose in this game. And then the Lady of the Lake of Avalon, who helps us so much, who is actually a member of the Council of Light itself. Now, speaking of Avalon, I need to tell you guys something very interesting that you probably did not know. I didn't even know this. Avalon is not actually a world where King Artorius, or Arthur resided on. Avalon is an island where King Arthur went to recover from his wounds after he was defeated in a battle, the Battle of Calman, by a young druid named Mordred. Now, I'm not just throwing this out from the series Merlin that I've watched, which is actually a great series. Yeah, I am actually saying it out of study that I've done. That actually is true. The people who did Merlin the series did do their studying as well. No one knows if King Arthur ever came back from Avalon, but some people say that he would return again to help his people. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. I will be back another time to tell you guys about some interesting spells. My next episode is going to be about the spell Medusa, and Krampus and Ra. Tell you guys the myths behind those. Alright, guys, that is it. Remember, don't forget to sub if you want to see some more. And this is the Crow, signing off.